Okay, now let me clear myself here, because when I say everyone can become a leader, again it's a matter of looking at the capability of different individuals. The potential might appear differently in different individuals, and it's not a blank statement saying that everyone can become a leader in a vacuum. There has to be a situation which demands a leadership, and there has to be this individual who has the capability to rise up to the leadership expectation. So that situation individual or the incident individual match has to be there properly in place. So I would say, having said that, leadership can be developed. I would say the basic ingredients of leadership, if I am to elaborate further, as I mentioned, a leader has to be a dreamer, and then to make that dream a reality. So I would say the ability to dream, or I would say the golden English statement goes, dare to dream, dare to act, dare to fail, and dare to succeed. So sometimes you might have to take the risk of failing in terms of doing something new. So the starting point is, I would use the word imagination. So the great leaders are great imaginators.
So it's about a visionary. It's about the vision. So now that's another crucial element, right? When you say it's a vision, is it possible, is it in the capacity of many human beings to have a vision, because and also the other question is having a vision a necessary and essential element and a characteristics of becoming a leader?
I would say it works both ways. Deepamala, let me share with you some research done on successful people on earth, and the researchers found that most of the successful people on earth, irrespective of what their discipline, they share one common feature, which is the ability to dream, have a vision. And if you go back to some of the religious literature, there is a particular point in the Bible which says when there is no vision, there is division. So the vision rallies people together, and that is one role of a leader, where to rally people around a vision so that the leader can take the team towards the desired vision. So if you look at the history in the world, great political leaders, if you take Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, he had a vision, and he took the community towards that dream. If you look at Nelson Mandela, he had a dream, so he took the people towards a dream. If you look at Martin Luther King, he himself used the word dream. I have a dream. So in terms of bridging the gulf between the black and the white communities, the way he acted and his followers, how they took it forward, it's a classic example of having a vision and making that vision a reality. Now let me come to your second part of the question. Can everyone capable of having a vision? I would say theoretically yes, but the practical reality we see in the world is that, honestly, I don't know how they arrived at this figure. They are saying only 5% of the world population have a vision of their future. In other words, are we just living on a day-to-day basis where we just carry on our day-to-day affairs, or are we having a dream and are we really geared towards in achieving that dream? So that makes the difference between a successful person on earth and not so successful or even a mediocre person on earth. So having a dream is the starting point of your success, but it should be a clear dream. I would say a dream with a deadline, where you have some timelines attached to it and you are really geared for it, and it is in line with your strengths and your capabilities, and you are really motivated to go for it, and various other factors would drive you towards achieving that dream.
Yeah, Doctor, now the leaders you refer to, like Gandhi to Nelson Mandela, those are the people usually we perceive as leaders. But then again, the other context you referred to in the beginning of the discussion, where you said that there was a person you met who said that there was a leader in the London Business School, and he happened to be the in the division of cleaning the washrooms in this institution. Now, if you apply what you said just now to that context, we are talking about a very day-to-day occurrence, there are day-to-day activity, cleaning the bathroom. So in that context, I don't think, can we come up with a vision like that where, because its parameters are limited, how can you apply it to a day-to-day context? Now, on one hand, we say everyone can be a leader. If there is a situation, you rise to the occasion. So how can you make the connection between these two?
All right, interesting question. I would approach by referring to a statement made a long time back by a veteran thinker in China, Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu said something very interesting about leaders. He says there are three types of leaders: the grumpy leaders, good leaders, and great leaders. So what he refers to as grumpy leaders, we can say wicked leaders, where people hate. Sometimes people don't talk about the leader, they might talk about the parents of the leader in a very typical context. So what happens is the leader is hated, the leader is disliked by the fellowship, by the team. So that is one category. The second category is the good leader, where people respect, people like, people admire. But the third category, the great leader, is something so special. So Lao Tzu says the great leaders are leaders when people say we did it ourselves. So when people say we did it ourselves, you might ask, where is the leader? Has the leader ran away? So the leader acts like a catalyst in making the team also a bunch of leaders. I would say a great leader is a leader breeder. So when such leaders are around, the leadership becomes all around in terms of making people empowered, so that the people will take decisions in relation to their work areas, and they take charge of the situations, and they take the responsibility in producing the desired results. So in such a case, at various levels in an organization, you see leaders acting like leaders in producing results which are expected by the organization. So that's where I would link the two. There are leaders at the top as well as at the tap, where at different levels, when people take charge, when they deliver what they are supposed to deliver, irrespective of the constraints, they commit themselves to give the results, then you see the leadership in action.
Because their vision at that time is commitment to the organization goals and seeing the results happen. So that is the vision in that context, I guess.
Absolutely. But it goes one step further, Deepamala. I would say, connecting what Lao Tzu said about great leader to one best practice research done in the world by Jim Collins. He calls it good to great hierarchy. In his book Good to Great, he talks about 5 levels of leadership, where you start with a competent individual, or rather a capable individual. Someone joins the organization as an individual with the required knowledge and skills and the capabilities.
Okay, Doctor. Now, because we have to talk about 5 levels of leadership,
Yes.
let's take a short break, and we will be back with you soon. Stay with us.